Hi, I'm Stephen Tries, and welcome to Stephen Tries Less. Now today's video is slightly different. I've often seen a comment that says Stephen Tries is only funny in other people's videos. On the one hand I think, hey, at least somebody finds me funny somewhere. Then on the other hand I think, well maybe that's because there's people in the videos that laugh at the jokes and then you know when to laugh. You fucking moron. So for today's video, I'm going to be ranking the different collabs I've done. Not all of them, because WillNE's milked me dry over the years. Quite literally on tour. At least somebody came in Ipswich, that's all I'll say. But now I'm going to take a look at some of my favourite collabs, and some of my not so favourite, and categorise them. That's right, it's a tier list! Now I'm sure you're all thinking, a tier list in 2020? Fucking move on, Stephen. Move on. You had potential, mate. You could have been someone. You're 25 now, going nowhere, doing second channel videos. And to those viewers I say, thanks for watching guys. Please like and subscribe whilst you're here. But I'm now going to take you through the categories. From the bottom we've got Never Again. That's obvious. Next up, Yikes. Strange idea, went along with it. Then we have That Was a Video. That was a video. Sweet Content. Yeah, that was good. And then Big Boy Banger. Let's get into ranking the videos. Now first up I'm going to go for one of my most recent collabs, and that was the Jackmate podcast.
He's getting a Lamborghini.
Interestingly, one of the clips from that podcast is now the most viewed video on that channel. Take that, Calix's battle with cancer. I'm going to put this in Sweet Content. Speaking of the Wembley Cup, when aren't I really? I'm going to go for a video on Spencer's channel, which was of course the Wembley Cup. Now I was a massive fan of Spencer, still am. Being a part of the Wembley Cup was, a dream come true for me because I watched it, all the years before. Unfortunately, the actual game didn't pan out how I wanted to.
Stephen Tries, give his first Steve.
It was just far too serious. I'm going to put that in Yikes, because I'd like to do it again. But obviously, different circumstances. Next up, let's go for one of the Sidemen collabs. Yeah, that's right, one of. Take that, Bambino Becky. She's done more than one, actually. I think we'll go for Back to School. Now, I was nervous doing this video, so I got to YouTube Studios and met Josh, aka Zerka, who's on the school uniform, and he said, put this on, Stephen. Put it on now. I've got a video to make. Of course, I'd heard rumours like this about Josh, but it was scary to see that it was actually the case. It was a fun video to make, but it had its moments, mainly with Ethan.
If anybody wants to peanut Stephen, feel free. Otherwise, Stephen, who would you...
And of course, there was the moment where I licked his arse.
This is degrading.
Wait.
Thank you, sir.
If you want to get an assignment video, that's what you have to do. Just ask Calfreezy. So ranking this video, it went down well. I'm going to put it in Sweet Content. The next up is ChrisMD. I've done a few collabs with Chris. I think I've been on his channel more than my own this year. Back off! That's all I'll say. Initially, Chris had just invited me up to the lakes. I thought it was going to be a nice holiday. When I got there, again he was holding a school uniform saying, I've got a video to make. I said, Chris, I'm not doing that. But eventually we spoke it out and decided to make Nerf War 4. I had a cameo in this, which is what I like.
Right, what do you want?
We need supplies. You got the big weapon?
No, my mum couldn't make it.
The downside to this video was it was freezing cold and raining. Apart from that, it was good fun. So I'm going to put this in Sweet Content. Next up, we'll go for Why I Don't Like Stephen Tries Anymore. This was a video by WillNE, of course it is. Now there's numerous reasons I enjoyed this video. 1, it did well. 2, I got to sabotage Will's love life. And 3, this is the first video my girlfriend saw me in and instantly fell in love. Probably have to question that really.
I'm just reading the connoisseur on some of the messages.
Yeah, I'm going to put this video in Sweet Content again. We're doing a lot of sweet content here, but that's what happens in collabs. We work well, it seems, with people. But let's change that up now. Now next up is the F2 video. Oh yeah, this again. Get the violin out, Stephen. You sad little gimp. Alright, hacks. Yeah. I'm going to keep it just to the basics, okay? We all know what else went on, but just to the basics. It was a cold day, and I had to head a rock-solid ball.
Van Wolfswinkel!
Oh. If I wanted my head to get bashed, I would have put on that school uniform for Zerka. A wanking joke there. And I also had to get in a bin. So yeah, I'm going to put that in Never Again. Now we've done Will's Tinder, let's move on to Sidemen Tinder. So for this video I was very nervous, talking to girls, and I wasn't even sure who was coming on the day. Certainly wasn't me. Rejected!
Are you a pimple? Because I want to pop that puss.
We move. Now I was so happy that the Sidemen picked me for this video because when it comes to saying the wrong thing to females, I've got 25 years experience. I've basically got a PhD in this shit. And of course the video did really well. In particular the pancake clip did well for me.
I thought Pancake Day was yesterday.
Not not well for me in the feminist community, but we move again. So I'm going to put this in Big Boy Banger, because it was a Big Boy Banger. Sticking with the Sidemen, I'm going to go for my new boxing trainer. Didn't put me in the thumbnail, fair enough, whatever. Not bothered. This was my big break in YouTube. JJ said he wanted to do a collab with me. I was like, sure, I'll pencil you in. I'll have to push back the 35k Q&A. And it was a fun video to film. Yeah, a bit of a dream come true for me. I'm sure for JJ, he'd probably have it as that was a video or yikes. But for me, you know, it was a Big Boy Banger in terms of collabs. And even people from the school days messaged me saying, oh, you did a video with KSI. I said, oh, you haven't replied to a message from 5 years ago. Fuck off. The cook-off with Calfreezy. Now, initially when Calfreezy approached me, he wanted to bring my girlfriend as well for the cook-off. Thankfully, he moved past that idea and we agreed to just make some food instead. It was one of my favourites. Sure, I cut my finger early on.
What are you talking about?
To get through that and to beat the Calfreezy in a cook-off, it was a great moment for me. But I'm going to put this in sweet content. It was quite literally sweet because I put Red Bull in my dish. The Calyx Roast.
If you presented Drama Alert, you'd be called Chemo Star.
Of all the collabs, this is the one that people have come up to me and referenced the most. I thought because I've been called out, because I've sort of been bigged up by Will saying no, it's the end for you, I really went for it. Cal went for a different approach.
Your mum works for DPD.
Which made me feel bad, sure. Did really big views. Although I looked like I'm shitting myself on the couch for 10 minutes, it did well for me and it sort of made me the roast master for that week. So I'm going to put that in Big Boy Banger. Now sticking with the roasts, I'm going to go for True Geordi's response video.
You were really drunk when you sent those messages. Well, it's not the first time you've been shit-faced.
You might remember, you know, about 15 months ago, Brian had a little scandal. It was all over Twitter. I think it happened on a Monday and then the roast was on the Friday. And that week for me was probably one of my favourite weeks in my life, just writing jokes about what had happened. And I was so relieved midway through the week when Brian asked me to do the roast, because I thought, thank God, I'm not just going to have to keep these in my drafts. It was the perfect way to do it. You know, me and Lawrence just pounding him, verbally, that is. I'm going to stick this in sweet content, because that's what it was. Next up, we'll go for one of the weirdest things I've had to do for YouTube. Joe Weller's Don't Mess With Me, which was a music video. I think it's down now. He asked me to play a goat in it. Sort of a method with that being the goat, I guess. I just recorded myself in Manchester doing the line, which was "Snogger sex pest that out." And I thought nothing more of it until later that week, Will started saying that I travelled all the way down to Brighton to do a 2-second video. And everyone else started thinking it, and then I became a fucking laughing stock. So that is going in yikes for me. Made to look like a fool. Moving on. This year on the internet, 2017. Now, as fun as this video was, it was stressful. I mean, it's probably the most stressful 48 hours of my life. When we got to Will's flat, we had to move his bed. I think he's had more posh wanks than David Beckham. But the video came out really well. Sorry I was mean to you. Forget all the things I said. Let's try some Japanese candy together. Pathetic, isn't it?
What are you doing? What was that?
You know what, for the memories, I'll put it in Big Boy Banger, because it was well loved. Next, Josh Peters, Friends Ruined My Date prank, I think it was. Again, similar to Will's Tinder video. Any chance I get to ruin someone's love life or make them look stupid is just, it's what I live for. I think it went down well, so sweet content. Next up is ChrisMD's £50 versus £1,000 takeaway. Now, as well as this video did, you've got to look at my journey. Of course, I had £10 spent on me and I had to spend £1,000 on a millionaire from Guernsey. That was fun. Aside from having to eat Cornish pasties and raw eggs.
Oh, and it's gone.
Oh, he banged it, to be fair to him.
Well done, mate. Solid.
Now, this video would have been a yikes for me if it wasn't for the fact that I got to put Harry through the social torture.
Okay, great. If you keep heading, I'll go and stand on the road with my torch out.
That alone made this video sweet content for me. It was sweet content. Next up, we'll go for EXO.
Controversy in the men's relay as John Richards was furious after a teammate snatched the baton.
Manners cost nothing, guys.
Now, I'm just going to generalise EXO as one whole thing. Looking back, I had a lot of fun. We got to do so many different things, like travelling to New York.
Welcome to Brooklyn.
And the whole channel was just videos, you know, filming with my best friends on YouTube.
And also,
I'm here for a good
you get
time,
your
not a long
girlfriend
time.
to rub it on you.
Oh, foreplay.
It may have not got the views it warranted, but it was a big boy banger for me. I loved EXO. Now, the penultimate video on this list is the Sidemen roast.
My favourite member of the Sidemen is Vic, or to give him his full name, Victim.
I love this video. It was great fun. The fact that they got the Comedy Store in London, a place I'd been before and performed, that was great for me. They had a proper audience as well. The only downside to this video was when I got to the venue, Mini Minter was there, hiding behind a curtain, and he grabbed me by the throat and said, "If you dare make a joke about me, then I'll make your life a real misery." And I said, "Okay. If you do another one of these roasts in the future, then I'd love to be a part of it." So I'm going to put this in banger. Lastly, describing YouTubers or celebrities with one word. Now, of course, this video wasn't great for me anyway. You know, my bad Wi-Fi was exposed.
I've got no Wi-Fi.
All his other mates got to come to his house. I didn't. But the main reason I remember this video is for one moment, and one moment only.
Callum's Corner.
Tool. Very tool.
Icon.
Register.
Of course, this is where the feud with Callum's Corner and myself sparked. Ultimately, I was sparked, again, verbally in a diss track. If I could go back and change that, I changed my one word to, you know, respectable, superior, bold. So I'm going to stick that in never again. Fool me once, I'll be mugged up in a diss track. Fool me twice, well, you won't. The tier list is done. Let me know if you agreed or not. And I'm hoping in 2021, this channel will have a lot more collabs on it. Oh, what's that, Calfreezy? We're going to do some pottery? It's the first he's hearing of this. He's not even going to hear of this. He's not going to watch this. It's at the end of the video, for God's sake. What chance have I got? Stay safe, stay humble. Ciao.